I'll double your pay if you can translate this, said the billionaire CEO with a smug grin, a challenge that would change everything for the quiet single dad standing in front of him. The camera zooms in on the man's face, calm, tired, yet hiding something deeper. The voiceover hooks the audience. What the CEO didn't know was that this single dad had once translated battle codes that saved hundreds of lives. The story begins in a bustling corporate headquarters of Falcon Tech International, one of the world's most powerful companies. The CEO, Alexander Knight, a billionaire known for his arrogance and sharp mind, had flown in from London to oversee an international deal with a Japanese conglomerate worth over $1 billion. The entire conference room was filled with executives in tailored suits, tension thick in the air. In the corner stood Daniel Reyes, a humble translator temporarily hired through an agency. He wasn't dressed in luxury, just a simple shirt and an old wristwatch that had belonged to his late wife. He had taken the job because his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, needed a heart surgery soon. Every rupee mattered. The CEO didn't even glance at Daniel at first. I need the best, Alexander barked. Not some freelancer with a resume written in Comic Sans. The room chuckled. Daniel just bowed his head slightly. Sir, I assure you I can handle any translation you need. Alexander smirked and leaned forward. Oh, really? Fine then, translate this. He pulled out an old Japanese document, its characters complex and archaic. If you get even one symbol wrong, you're fired. But if you get it right, I'll double your pay. The executives exchanged looks. The text wasn't ordinary, it was written in a rare form of Japanese used during the war era, nearly impossible for a modern translator. But Daniel didn't hesitate. He stepped closer, his fingers tracing the faded ink. For a moment, his eyes softened, memories flooding back. Years ago, Daniel had served as a linguistics officer in the U.S. Navy. He had learned multiple dialects, translating intercepted codes during tense missions in the Pacific. He had lost friends. He had lost his wife. But language, and his promise to his daughter, kept him going. The room went silent as Daniel began to speak in fluent, dignified Japanese, his tone respectful and precise. The visiting Japanese executives, who had been skeptical moments before, suddenly straightened in surprise. One of them, an older man named Mr. Sato, the chairman of the partner company, rose to his feet, his eyes wide. You translated the old imperial dialect perfectly, Mr. Sato whispered. No one outside Japan should even know that language exists. The billionaire CEO's smug expression faltered. Wait, what? Mr. Sato smiled. This man just translated a text that honors fallen soldiers and pledges loyalty between allies. It's sacred. Only a true scholar, or a man of honor, could understand it. The room erupted in quiet murmurs. Alexander leaned back, stunned. He looked at Daniel differently now, not as a temporary hire, but as a man of depth and mystery. Who are you, really? He asked softly. Daniel hesitated. Just a single dad trying to earn enough to keep his daughter alive, sir. For the first time in years, the billionaire CEO felt something shift inside him. He dismissed the meeting early and invited Daniel to his office. The air was quiet there, filled only with the ticking of a clock and the faint hum of city traffic below. Alexander poured 2 glasses of water. You know, he began, I built this empire by speaking the language of money. But today you reminded me that true communication isn't about words. It's about respect. Daniel smiled humbly. Sometimes, people just need to be heard, sir. A long pause followed before Alexander spoke again. Your daughter, what's her name? Lily, Daniel said softly. She's 8. She's braver than I'll ever be. Without another word, Alexander turned his laptop around, typed a few keys, and said, consider her surgery covered. Full payment. No publicity. Just tell her to keep being brave. Daniel froze. Tears welled in his eyes. Sir, I can't accept. You can, and you will, Alexander interrupted gently. And starting tomorrow, I want you here full-time. Head of Global Communications. No one with your heart and skill should ever struggle again. The screen fades to Daniel standing outside the hospital weeks later. Lily runs up to him after her successful surgery, her laughter echoing like music. He lifts her into his arms as sunlight breaks through the clouds. The narrator's voice closes the video. Sometimes the world tests our worth. But when you stay true to who you are, your kindness, your honor, your love, the world finds a way to see it. Never stop believing, never stop fighting. As the camera pans out to show Daniel and Lily walking hand in hand toward a new future, text fades onto the screen.